would come on here and just play through some songs and answer any songwriting questions if you have them. I just need to figure out how I can see people's comments. So I'm going to play through a song and then get that figured out. So let's see here. Hi Gemini, welcome. If anyone has any tips as to how I can see my own live video on YouTube, let me know, because I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to start with Your Love Never Fails, and if you have any requests or songwriting questions, you can comment them and I will check them in between songs. Hi Emily, hi Lizette. Alright, here's Your Love Never Fails. Nothing can separate, even if I ran away. Your love never fails. I know I still make mistakes, but you have new mercies for me every day. Your love never fails. You stay the same through the ages. Your love never changes. There may be pain in the night, but joy comes in the morning. And when the oceans rage, I don't have to be afraid, because I know that you love me. Your love never fails. The wind is strong and the water's deep, but I'm not alone here in these open seas. Your love never fails. The chasm is far too wide. I never thought I'd reach the other side, but your love never fails. You stay the same through the ages. Your love never changes. There may be pain in the night, but joy comes in the morning. And when the oceans rage, I don't have to be afraid, because I know that you love me. Your love never fails. You make all things work together for my good. You make all things work together for my good. You make all things work together for my good. You make all things work together for my good. You stay the same through the ages. Your love never changes. There may be pain in the night, but joy comes in the morning. And when the oceans rage, I don't have to be afraid, because I know that you love me. Your love never fails. All right, hello. Welcome to those of you watching. Thank you for joining me. I just need to take a second to figure out how to see comments. Let's see here. I did Facebook Live yesterday and the comments were really easy to find, but here on YouTube, they disappear really quickly. Let's see. Chat viewing options. Okay. Does anybody know? Oh, I think I figured it out. Okay, let me scroll up here. Hi, Maria from Indonesia. Hi, Mark. Hi, Victoria from Pennsylvania. Bladdy from Mexico. Hi, Ruth from Israel. Jonathan says, love the worship songs for ukulele. Thanks, Jonathan. Let's see here. Can you explain how to sing with a diaphragm? That can be kind of long and complex, but a short answer or one way to start would just be thinking of your stomach as a balloon. So when you breathe in, you're filling up the balloon with air, and when you breathe out, you're letting you're deflating the balloon. So that's just a quick little tip. Oh, here we go. It disappeared again. Oh, I see. Okay. Narika says, wow, you did live yesterday. Now you're doing another one. Yes, I did Facebook Live yesterday. I've kind of been going back and forth between Facebook Live and YouTube Live just because I think a lot of people that are on my YouTube are not on my Facebook. And a lot of people that are on my Facebook are not on my YouTube. So I'm trying to cover everyone. Also, it's just really fun to go live in general. So I don't mind going on Facebook one day and YouTube on another day. Let's see here. Lizeth says, what are the chords for the song I just played? I'm going to be posting a tutorial for Your Love Never Fails sometime in either May or the beginning of June, but just a quick rundown of the chords. The verse is A minor, F, C, G, if you want to write that down. And the chorus is F, C, G, D minor. And the bridge is F, A minor, G. I know that was really fast, but if you wanted to rewind and write down the chords. Or you can stay tuned for the tutorial in a couple of weeks or so. Let's see. Victoria says, how do you worship at the same time as you're trying to play the ukulele? How do you not get distracted? That's a really good question. I think that the most simple answer is practice. I have been playing an instrument and singing for, since I was probably 13, so maybe around 16 years or so. And I started out playing piano and singing, and then I also started doing guitar and singing, and then after that I started doing ukulele and singing. And what happens is, you're using a lot of your brain whenever you're just playing an instrument, but then add in singing as well or worshiping, and you're using even more brain power because your hands are focused on playing, and then your voice is focused on singing and remembering the lyrics and remembering the chords and the strumming pattern. And I just think that it's a combination of practicing, but also in combination with just doing it for a long time. So I hope that is a helpful answer. Let me scroll up here. Hi, Meryl from Germany. Hi, Alondra from Puerto Rico. And somebody from Lithuania. I can't pronounce the name. Agnetux? I'm not sure. Hello from Brazil. Or hello to O from Brazil. Agneta. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do another song. If you're just joining, I'm playing through some songs, and then in between songs I'm answering questions on songwriting or ukulele or singing or whatever. Let's see. I'm going to play Your Great Name. Lost stars saved, find their way at the sound of your great name. All condemned, feel no shame at the sound of your great name. Every fear has no place at the sound of your great name. The enemy, he has to leave at the sound of your great name. Jesus, worthy is the Lamb that was slain for us. Son of God and man, you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name. All the weak find their strength at the sound of your great name. Hungry souls receive grace at the sound of your great name. The fatherless, they find their rest at the sound of your great name. Sick are healed, and the dead are raised at the sound of your great name. Jesus, worthy is the Lamb that was slain for us. Son of God and man, you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name. Redeemer, my healer, Lord Almighty, my Savior, defender, you are my King. Redeemer, my healer, Lord Almighty, my Savior, defender, you are my King. Jesus, worthy is the Lamb that was slain for us. Son of God and man, and you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name. Your great name. Your great name. Okay, let me scroll up here. Somebody requested me to sing Hallelujah. I don't know that song right now, so I won't be able to do it today, but thank you for your request. Hannah asked what the name of the song is. This is Your Great Name, and it's the version by Natalie Grant. I don't know if there's various versions, but that's the one that I'm covering. Ruth says, wow, you have been blessed with such a great voice and talent. Thank you so much for using God's gift for you to bless other people too. I'm really grateful. Thank you, Ruth. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I feel grateful to be able to sing and play and to be able to spend time with you guys doing it as well. Emily says, when did you know that you were going to be a singer / songwriter / instrument player? That's a great question. I started piano when I was 10. It's either 7 or 10. I can never remember which one. But I started piano when I was around 10. And I started piano because my grandmother encouraged me to, and she actually bought me my first piano. And so it was probably her encouragement, and I'm sure I had an interest in it as well, that led me to play an instrument, piano. I don't remember the first moment I knew that I wanted to sing. I think I always enjoyed singing. I know in elementary school I was in choir as well as sign choir for sign language. So I always participated in musical things at school. And then becoming a songwriter, I remember more clearly. I remember that at school I really enjoyed writing poetry. And I think because I was already playing an instrument and singing, when I started writing poetry, I realized, I could combine poetry with piano and with singing, because a lot of songs, if not most songs, rhyme similarly to poetry. So I think I was maybe, I want to say maybe 13 when I remember writing my first song. And I think I had written songs before that, but 13, I specifically remember sitting in a restaurant with my family and writing a song about Jesus coming to earth and everything that Jesus did for us. And so that was the first moment I remember doing that. And then I think from that point, I kind of fell in love with writing music and playing it and singing it. So I would say, I guess between the ages of 10 and 13. And then I think I was 15 maybe when I started picking up the guitar and I had an interest in guitar. And then ukulele, I think maybe a few years after that. Yeah, hopefully that answers. I could go on, but I'm trying to cut it short. Let me scroll up here. Agnetuck says, can you please give us some tips on how to sing better, and please sing Hallelujah. I don't know the song Hallelujah. I'm sorry. In regards to singing better, I would say there's kind of a lot that I could say about that. Because there's so many tips and so much advice that can be given for singing. There's a lot that goes into it. But maybe a starting point would be working on pitch. So, maybe sitting down at a piano, even if you don't know how to play piano. And if you don't have a piano, maybe downloading a free piano app on your phone and basically pressing a note and then trying to sing that exact note, trying to match that pitch. So a pitch would be a sound. You could even do it with the ukulele or guitar. So if I play la, 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 then I'm matching the pitch with my voice to the pitch that I'm playing on the ukulele. And I think that if you were to do that, maybe even 5 minutes a day, that could really strengthen the pitch of your voice whenever you go to sing songs. So I'll try again. La, 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 la. An example of being off pitch would be if I played a note and I sang la, 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 la. It's kind of painful, right? So that would be an example of not singing the pitch. And a lot of singers that are either new or have never sung before, or maybe they have been singing a long time and they just don't have specifically have a strength with pitch. that might be what happens. So they might hear this and sing la la la, and that would be, in that case, they would be off pitch. So it's really good to strengthen your pitch and being on pitch. So again, just playing a note and matching it, la la la, that would be on pitch. So yeah, that would be my advice to singing better, working on the pitch of your voice. Okay, let's see what's next. Victoria says, thank you for all you do on your channel. You're welcome. Thanks for being a part of it. Do you recommend starting to study music? Do you recommend start studying music on a music college? I think what you're asking is, do you recommend studying music at a music college? You're either asking that or maybe studying music before music college. I can answer both, but I think that if you want to do music for a career, that you absolutely do not need to attend a music college. But it definitely helps. I know for me, I made a lot of really great connections there. So people that were connected in the music industry that could maybe help me get to where I want to go as a musician. And I also met a lot of other musicians, which is helpful because a lot of those musicians became people that played on my album or played with me in a band. And same for me, I have friends from college that I have played their music or been a part of what they're doing. And then I also did learn so much studying music at college. I definitely gained so much from that. So I think because I was so passionate about pursuing a music career, it was definitely the right fit for me. But you can absolutely pursue a music career without going there as well. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Oh, Laura asked, what was the reason to learn sign language? And the reason is because in my elementary school, from kindergarten to 6th grade, there were a lot of deaf people that attended that school. And so they really encouraged everyone at the school to learn sign language so that we could all communicate with one another. Let's see. Emily asks, how do you learn your songs that you do? That's a good question. So there was a time in my life where I learned songs one way or differently than I learn songs now. So when I learned songs in the earlier stages of being a musician, I had a teacher that would help me learn those songs. So I would bring the song to the teacher and I would say, this is the song I want to learn. Can you help me? And she would show me the chords or the music, and then I'd practice it, and then I would go back to class, the following week, and she would critique it and give me advice. I think because I've done that for so long, I'm now able to learn them on my own. And a lot of times I learn the songs just by ear. And what I mean by ear is that I don't always need to look up what the chords are, so I can hear what they are. So, for example, what's the next? For Hosanna, the chords for the chorus are Hosanna, C, F, G, A minor. So I have heard that song so many times, and I've sung that song so many times that I'm able to sit down with my ukulele or piano or guitar, and I can just kind of mess around with different chords until I figure it out. So I could sit down and be like, if I know that I'm going to start with a C, I can play Hosanna, and then I might go to G and hear, oh, that's not right, and then try F and be like, Hosanna, and I can hear, oh, that's right. So that, being able to learn songs and play songs by ear has is definitely not a like a gift of mine or something that is natural to me. It's from learning a bunch of songs over the course of my life with music in front of me, to the point that where I can now hear when something is right or wrong if I know the song really well in my mind. Hopefully that makes sense. Tell me if that's confusing. But yeah, so if I know a song really well just by singing it or hearing it on the radio, I can then sit down with my instrument and hear what the chords are in my mind. And if Emily says it makes sense. Okay, good. If I can't hear it, then I will look up the song. I might Google like Hosanna chords and then find the chord that I can't figure out. Let's see. Amet says, hey, I just tuned in. How are y'all? Well, I'll answer for myself. I'm good. Yeah, we're just, if you are just joining, I'm playing some songs, and then in between songs answering questions about songwriting or ukulele or just music in general. So feel free to send any questions. Let's see. Do your fingers hurt when you play the ukulele? They do not, but I think it's because I have calluses. My calluses are mostly from playing guitar. Guitar is much tougher for me on my fingers, and I think it is for most people. The strings tend to be different, and I think maybe too because the strings can be further. I mean, everybody's guitar and ukulele are different, but I know for me, the ukulele is much more gentle on my fingers, to where when I go to play the guitar, after playing the ukulele a whole bunch, my fingers hurt so bad, and I have to kind of readjust to playing the guitar. Yeah. So let me go back to that question. Oh, this says, one time can you do a piano tutorial? I am planning to do piano tutorials. I don't know when, because I have a lot more ukulele tutorials I want to hammer out first. And it's as much as I would love to put more time into my YouTube channel, I do have to balance it out with my job, with teaching. So right now I put as much time as I possibly can into YouTube, and the time that I'm putting in is what you guys see, 2 to 3 videos a week, and that's all the time I have for it right now. I think that as my income increases with the stuff that I do on YouTube or Patreon, then I'll be able to kind of decrease the amount of time I'm putting into my other work. And I love the other work that I do, but I think it would be nice to put even more time into YouTube as well. It's just that I can't just stop making money from my other job. So that's why I put the time that I do into YouTube now. Do you write lyrics first or write the music first? Honestly, I do them both at the same time. It's hard to explain how that works, and I'm definitely going to make a video on this at some point. I rarely ever just have the music first or just have the lyrics first. Sometimes I do, but most of the time, the way that the process looks like for me is that I'll have an instrument in hand as I'm writing lyrics, and I think for the first, let's say I'm having a session where I'm writing a song, and I would say maybe the first 30 minutes of it is me just trying to find an idea that I absolutely love. And I think it's the idea that tends to be both the music and the lyrics at once. So I could be sitting down and I could be like, la 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 la, and I might think to myself, oh, I really like what I just played. Like it's not anything solid yet, it's not a full song or even a full section, but I like that idea. And so then from that point, I might sit down with just the lyrics for that section. So yeah, it's not a black and white answer, but I think I'll make a video that's kind of more in depth and more in detail about that at some point. have you ever written a song? Yeah, I think I've written maybe 250 to 300 songs over the course of my life. I only like to share the songs that I'm most proud of and that really stay true to the message that I want to spread, which is just positivity and love. And yeah, so I don't post all the songs that I write, but that's probably how many I've actually written. If you have written a song, can you play one? Yeah, I'll play one soon. Let's see. Mark says, I'm glad to see that you're using Patreon to help you continue the channel. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, Patreon has been really awesome. I've been blown away by the support to Patreon as well. And, I never set out to do this channel just to make money, because I wanted to do it regardless, because I enjoy it. But absolutely, being able to make somewhat of an income through it pushes me and encourages me and enables me to spend more time on it. Let's see here. I want to ask a question. When writing a song on the piano, should I start from the melody and then add the chords? Again, I don't think that's necessarily a black and white answer. I think that you could start with the melody and add the chords, or you could start with the chords and then add the melody. I would say try writing a melody and try writing chords, and whichever one you like most out of those two, start with that. So for example, if you're just, playing and singing and you realize, oh, I really like the melody I just sang, but I don't really like the chords, then take that melody and sing it over and over again, and then, find chords to go with that melody. Don't feel like you have to use the chords that you started out with to get the melody. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any tips for writer's block? Yes. For writer's block, I look at it this way. Sometimes, just in life in general, you feel like you want to do something, or you feel like you don't want to do something, but logically you know that you need to anyways, or that you shouldn't anyways, regardless of what you feel. And I apply that same principle to writer's block. So you might not feel inspired to write a song. You might not even feel like writing a song, hence writer's block, right? But it is possible to still write a song even if it's not something that you're feeling, or even if it's not something that you're inspired to write. And that's why I made the video. I don't remember the exact title, but I think it's something like song lyric ideas. I think if you look at that video, it's something ideas. And it's supposed to spark ideas for writing songs. And the whole point of it is that, you're not always going to feel inspired to write. You're not always going to have a specific emotion you want to write about. But that shouldn't keep you from writing if you're wanting to build your skill as a writer. If you're only writing as a form of therapy or as a form of release, then maybe there wouldn't be a point to writing if you don't feel like it. But if you really want to grow in your skill as a songwriter, then I would say just kind of ignore your feelings, and write for the sake of writing. In those moments, push through. In those times, use formulas, use tips and tricks, and just focus on that. And trust that you will eventually get to a point again where you do have this strong feeling and inspiration to write, because it always comes back. Someone says, I love you, Dylan. So does my kitty. That's really sweet. Hello to your kitty. Okay. I'm going to play through. I'll play an original song. So this is called Tear My Walls Down, and it's looking like a lot of you are having it's buffering or a playback error. If it's happening to a lot of you, that might be something on my end. It looks normal on mine, but sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna play through my original song, Tear My Walls Down. Lord, make me like you, bold and unafraid, filled up with your love. Jesus, make me brave. My walls build up fast when I start to fear. But you are my shield, always standing near. Tear my walls down, let them fall. Brick by brick, Lord, tear them all. Tear my walls down, set me free. Tear my walls down, Jesus, reign in me. Lord, you are my strength. You hold me in your hands. But my walls shut you out. They keep me from your plans. Tear my walls down, let them fall. Brick by brick, Lord, tear them all. Tear my walls down, set me free. Tear my walls down, Jesus, reign in me, my protector. You're forever leading me into your light, my protector. You're forever helping me conquer this fight. Tear my walls down, let them fall. Brick by brick, Lord, tear them all. Tear my walls down, set me free. Tear my walls down, Jesus, reign in me. So yeah, that is my original worship song. It's called Tear My Walls Down. And hopefully it's not buffering anymore for you guys. Sorry if it is. Let's see here. Faith says, love you, Dylan. Aw, thank you. Do you think you can do a ukulele tutorial on Glory to Glory, the song? I don't know that song, but I'll check it out. Thank you for the request. Who sings it? Somebody says hello, and I certainly cannot pronounce your name, so maybe if you could tell me how to pronounce it, I will say it. So beautiful, even though it's not the style of music I usually listen to, I really enjoyed it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. if you are a beginner, how much does it take to write a song or learn a song on the ukulele? How much time does it take, I think is what you're saying. It really depends. I would say if you're a beginner, I'm assuming you mean like you just started playing ukulele. I think it depends a little bit too on what you're using. Like, for example, I make song sheets and they have the chords, they have the lyrics, and they also have pictures of my hands on the chords. So, it's like, it breaks it down for you really quick and really fast. Quick, fast, same thing, but really easily is what I was saying. And so I know that can kind of help take out the time that you might spend doing that, looking up the chord pictures and stuff. But I don't know, maybe... That's a good question. I don't really know. I could maybe answer more easily for songwriting. I think if you're writing a song, if you followed a formula, and maybe if you had some guidance, I would say, you could write a song in a day. It's just a matter of focus and doing it from start to finish without allowing yourself to put it off. It really comes down to, do you have song sheets to work with, or are you going to be finding the information yourself? Do you have a teacher or a mentor to do the song with you, or are you doing it by yourself? And are you focused, or are you going to, do a little bit here, a little bit tomorrow, and then forget about it? So I would say, rather than thinking about how long it would take you, I would think about how you're going to go about it. And yeah, hopefully that helps. Jonathan says, beautiful song, beautiful thoughts. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Can you play Good, Good Father? Yeah, I'll play Good, Good Father. And Faith says, play Good, Good Father. You got it. Faith also says, I want to say thank you so much for doing this YouTube channel. It's helped me so much with learning the ukulele. I'm so happy to hear that. It's super encouraging, because my whole point in the channel is, helping you guys be able to play worship music with the ukulele. And if it's doing that, then that makes me feel super happy and encouraged. Okay, let me pull up my lyrics for Good, Good Father, which might just take a second. So this will be the last song, and then I'll maybe do a few more questions if there are any more, and then I'll end it for today. One other thing I just wanted to share is, if you look in the description of this video, I have an update on my Patreon. If you're a patron, or if not, maybe you would be interested in it still. Basically, I have 2 new rewards. So one is music mentorship, where I basically I email back and forth with you about your music goals and setting goals and accomplishing goals with your music. The second one is called Songwriting Boost, for songwriters who want their songs to be analyzed. So you would send me your song and I would review it and then send my thoughts. And then you could send back the song again with the revisions, and then I would send back my thoughts again as well. And each new month we could do a new song. So anyways, the link to that is in the description. So, Good, Good Father, here we go. Oh, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whispers of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. All right. Somebody asked how much money is it to do FaceTime or FaceTime for ukulele personal tutorials. It varies. For Skype or FaceTime lessons at this moment, it's $60 for a 45-minute lesson each week. Of course, that can change over time, but at this moment, May 16, 2017, that's what it is. And if there's something you're interested or want to ask more questions about, you can reach out. I'll put, well, just leave a comment if you are, and I'll get in touch with you. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, Lee, for the compliment. A request for Cinderella by Stephen Curtis Chapman. Yeah, that would be a good one. I'll add that to my list. I don't know it at this time, but that is a beautiful song. Let me just set this down real quick. So again, thank you for all of you who stuck around or watching, or if you're just joining, I'm just doing a songwriting Q&A and playing some songs. But that was my last song for the day, and then I'll just answer a few more questions, and then I'm gonna go teach. So let's see. Do you have any tips for how to strum better? That's a good question. I would say don't push yourself to do strumming patterns that are so difficult that it stresses you out. So like start with a very basic strumming pattern and play just that strumming pattern until it is so comfortable for you to where it feels natural. You don't have to think about it. Then once that is comfortable for you, then I would say then go on to the next pattern. In fact, I have a video called, I don't know the exact name, but I think it's like 10 ukulele strumming patterns or something like that. If you find that video, if you go in the description, there's a link to a sheet that has 10 strumming patterns. And I believe I have them in the order from easiest to most complicated. And my advice to you would be to learn one at a time. And like I said, don't move on to the next one until you're super comfortable with the one before that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Nigel from Northern Ireland. And how do I match melody with chords? That's a good question. I know the answer, but it's a long answer and it's a complicated answer. And I think I might save it for a video, like a full video, just because I'm trying to think of a really quick, short way I could answer in the meantime. Generally speaking, the notes that are in the chord you're playing will work well as melody notes that go along with that chord. So if I'm playing a C chord and the notes of that chord are C, E, and G, then guaranteed C, E, and G will sound great in the melody while I'm playing that C chord. Now, if I switch to a D chord after that, then it's not guaranteed that the notes from the C chord would sound great sung as a melody over the D chord. So that's a starting tip, and then I'd love to get more into depth and detail about that in a future video. Hello, Oliver, who just joined. Welcome. I'm just about to go. But go back and watch this from the beginning if you want. How many ukes do you have? I have 2. That one is actually, that one right there is my husband's. I got that for him for his wedding gift. Let's see. Maybe you will do a video about decorating the ukulele DIY. Ooh, That would be so fun. I would love to do that. I've never done that before, so yeah, maybe I could find a cheap ukulele just for the sake of decorating it and then do a DIY about it. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh, Gianna wants a shout out. Hello, Gianna. Is that how you say your name, or is it Gianna? One of those? Did one of those work? Okay, I have to go. I'm gonna go teach some ukulele lessons. But this was awesome. Hockey and Huskies wants a shout out. Hello, Hockey and Huskies. This was awesome. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Mark says, have a good one, Dylan. Thanks, Mark. You too. Again, if you are interested in either song sheets or songwriting cheat sheets, or what's the other thing? Oh, the new things that I put down in the description for this video, music mentorship or the songwriting critiques. If you're interested in any of those, you can go click on the link in the description box or just type in patreon.com/Dylan Laine. And if you have any questions about any of those, I'll definitely answer them. So just, you can let me know. And I guess that's it. Goodbye, everybody. I hope you have a really nice day, and I look forward to doing this again soon. And also Thursday, so in 2 days, will be a new video. It'll be a cover song, and I'm not gonna tell you, so it's a surprise. Okay, bye.